the cosplay contest, Jared. WinterCon 5. Only WinterCon 5. We have few questions just for you.
This makes me nervous.
Why?
What could it be? What are you going to ask me?
Well, we'll start like easy. We'll go slow on it. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
We're not gonna. Yeah, we're not biting. Oh.
Okay.
What was my question?
Hello.
Yeah, we were good, easy, and that's so easy. Okay, again. We'll just continue.
Continue.
What happens to your costumes after the conventions and exhibitions?
Okay. So most of them are in storage. So a lot of them are in my wardrobe. They're packed away nice and neatly. Some of them I have started to sell on, but I'm always a bit more nervous about selling my costumes on because I'm like, they're probably not good enough, or like people aren't going to want them. So I'm like, that's okay. And because I make all of them myself, they're like tailored to my fit. So I'm like, well, I'm kind of a size 8, but I'm not. So like, I've got really tiny legs. So I'm like, I've got to find somebody who's going to buy it and be like the same height. So I don't really sell them. I might start selling like props and things, but most of the time they're in storage.
See, and Penfaria once told that during her very first photo shoot, she felt like useless piece of painted warbler and foam on the spotlight. So how have you overcome your fears and how have you learned to perform?
I've still got it. So every time I'm like, before a con, I'm like, am I going to be good enough? Am I like, just say, is everyone else going to look at me and go, she's rubbish, she's not as good as like her over there. But at the end of the day, I tell myself, I've made something that a team of like experts would make on film, or lots of people have tried to make. So I'm going to say, I've tried. I'm good enough to go out there and show people my handiwork for like years, or like some costumes have taken 2 years, so quite a long time. And whenever I go on stage, it's like, I've got 5 minutes or I've got 2 minutes on stage and I like performing. I want people to see the character and kind of gain a bit of love for that character too. So I just kind of go, push it all back in my head. It might not be good enough, but it's going to be good enough for me and it's going to be fun.
And what's cosplay more for you, craft or art?
Art. I think it's more of an art. So everybody has a unique take. So you can see about 6 Mikus, and every single Miku will be slightly different. Someone's like picked up on like the hair. Someone might pick up on like how she looks and how the gems on it look really detailed. So for me, it's every time I look at a costume and I'm like, I'm going to make this. It's like, how can I bring something unique to this character? So there's probably someone else has done this. This is based on an artwork. So I'm like, how can I take that artwork and make it realistic and also give it my own flair? So with me, everyone likes my like tiny details. So it's like add lots of tiny details to it, and cosplay is an art and it's personal.
And you have 10 years of cosplay. How does it feel?
Oh, it's everyone around me. I know everybody. I feel like I know everyone in my community. So I can recall like 6 years ago, such and such did that on stage, or it's like, do you remember this? I'm like, yeah, I was there. Back in the day when cosplay in London like cost like £20, but now like the weekend ticket would be like 60. So back in the day, like you could get in, you could go, and there was no queues, and like barely anybody costumed. But now again, cosplay is always growing. So a while ago it was really popular, but right now it's dipped down a bit. So it's taking a quiet moment, but it's going to be back up again.
How have you started your journey, and where do you get the energy to keep on going with such passion?
I love making things. So obviously I took a very academic studies. I took history, philosophy at uni, and I was like, well, I like making things with my hands still. I still want to make something. So I just put all my spare time, anytime I've got sitting around going, I could be sewing, or I could be like designing a hair and wigs and stuff. So it's just the desire to make something kind of gets me doing it. And plus UK is always really wet and it rains so much, so I spend a lot of time inside, and it gives me plenty of time to work on things.
You like to post your progress pictures on Facebook, so what do you like more, to create the costume or to perform?
Oh, it's so difficult. Because everyone in the UK kind of knows me as a performer. So they always like, whenever they look at me, gonna go, oh, she's gonna be nuts on stage, or she does really, really insane performances? Both. Can I have a slight bit of both? So I love the costumes, but performance is like my baby as well. But sometimes I will make a costume with a performance already in my head. Like the next one I'm gonna make, I know the performance already, but obviously I haven't started making it yet. So hopefully it lives up to the expectations.
While preparing this interview, we were really impressed how hardworking and responsible you are in creating new characters. You got even work schedule.
Yes.
That's really impressive. And yes, my question was, what advice could you give to the young cosplayers to stay productive?
Okay, think about it like this. Every time you make something and you go to sleep, the next day your craft is still going to be there. It's still going to be sitting there waiting for you to build on it. So if you're ever having like a low moment or you feel down about your work, take a break, go sleep, wake up, look at it again and go, what have I achieved? What have I made? And what is still here in front of me? So I say cosplay is a hobby that is always going to wait for you, so you can progress as it goes along. So you are only ever going to get better by making things. So don't give up, and things are going to look rubbish to you. You're going to hate something you make really badly, but persevere, because somebody out there is going to look at you and go one day, that person is amazing, I am inspired by them. So I had that recently, and I've always gone, I don't like my work, or I'll make something and there's little bits I really hate on my costumes, but someone came up to me and goes, I have watched you for like 2 years and I am inspired by the fact that you hand sew and I hand sew. So I also gave them a bit of like encouragement. It's like, you don't have to be like the best seamstress in the world, you just gotta have a passion and a drive, and make sure you make something you love.
Oh, such great words. And this year started for you with a new country, Latvia.
I haven't been here before.
Yes, that's new, something new, you know. That's great. The great beginning of the year. So, and you also told us on Facebook that you wanted to make a special costume to be perfect for sitting at the judges' table.
I made it.
And here it is.
I made it. I didn't think I'd finished this costume. I had lots of ups and downs, and obviously Christmas got in the way, and I had that, and then none of my products were arriving because I was ordering them and they weren't coming. But I wanted a costume to go on a plane, so I've only ever once, did I drive? No, I wasn't a Eurostar, so I have never flown with a costume. So for me it was a challenge, like, can I make something that looks nice, very pretty, has little bits on it, but also fits in a suitcase, can get knocked around a little bit, doesn't matter if it takes a bash. And yeah, I made a costume just for Latvia.
And what are your judging criteria? Could you share with us?
Yeah, so we've got the solo, we've got duo, a group, we've got the NCC, which is the Nordic Cosplay Championship, we have best dance, and we've also got the handshake, so the international pairs, and an international solo, and our own character as well. So, and we've also got personal favourites, so there is a lot to judge.
I mean, like, do you look more on costume, like performance, or like what's for you more important? Just for you.
Me personally, it's a sturdy costume. So your performance can let you down, but your costume, once you've been judged and you go on that stage, if your performance is weak, you've still got all that hard work that you've put into your costume to back you up. So with me, the first thing I always look at is seams. I go straight to like, how neat is it overall? Does it look good? And does it look relatively accurate? So accuracy is a thing for me as well. But performance for me is latter in like judging criteria.
Thank you. And what would you wish to all the fans in Latvia and the whole Baltic states?
I wish that everybody in the Baltic states continues getting really good at cosplay. I want to see bigger and more like really cool costumes, and I hope that we can all like have more international events as well. So I want to see, I'm loving this, meeting so many other people who've got the same interests as me. So I wish that you are going to continue, don't give up, and I hope that we can meet at a cosplay event like this and we can share hugs and we can share stories about our cosplay journey. So I want want to meet you at some point, whoever's watching this.
Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck to you. You still have some work to do. Is it glowing? Oh no, that's the light. All right. Thank you.